That's why there's a lot of hookup culture in Nigeria today. You see, value is so important to me. If I have to do things for you, first things first, I need to understand how valuable you are to me.
Welcome to another episode of Wisdom Connect, the platform where we talk about real life issues, always taking back to our guiding principle. And on this platform, we're very intentional about becoming the best version of ourselves. So join us. You know how we do it here. You know how I don't know, depending on everybody's upbringing, everybody had different upbringing. How do we tell you say, oh, your mates, not be your mates, they do that kind of thing. Our parents, African homes. So let me even just read out the question. How does comparison, shame, or pressure in African homes contribute to this mindset? Because I know that growing up, you hear stuff like, no, be your mates do that. Yeah, your mates carry first. You get there. The best way to carry first, you get there head. You know that kind of funny conversation. Yeah. But beyond book wise, I remember growing up. You know, when you hear people like, "Oh, your mates," I remember I had to help my own father come out from that mindset because my father in the Lord, Reverend Kola, I think was one that actually said this. Reverend Kola, she said, "You don't have a mate in this life." He delivered me. Yes, you have schoolmates. People go to school together, but when it comes to life journey, you don't have a mate. Yeah. I had to learn that. So when people come and say, "Oh, your mates," I'm like, "No, let's take it back because I do not have a mate." But what we see out there, and it's still happening till tomorrow, where they'll tell you, not be your mate with that. I see your mate. And even you unconsciously, you tell yourself, see my mate. We went to school together, or this person was this. Or, so have you guys had that experience? Or am I just the only one?
So for me, I think I had that experience firsthand. So between my mom and my dad, I would say my dad was somebody who could just punish you very well by talking to you. So while my mom will hit you.
It's always the women.
My dad will say something to you that could make you cry for days.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So he used to do that comparison thing somehow. But he wasn't his goal. Now I know that his goal was not actually to shame you, but to let you know that because he's an academician, right? So he felt that this thing, you can't do this thing now. Right. Look at this guy. He's doing it.
Yeah.
They gave him lesson teacher. You have your own. So if this guy can do it, then
why can't you?
You must do this thing.
Right,
so the comparison then was, but for me then, it was, why is this guy? It was always shaming to me. I was never encouraged after that conversation. I was discouraged more.
Right.
In that conversation. Right.
Yeah.
But now,
you understand.
I now understand that because he wasn't calling the world round, or he wasn't saying it in front of people.
Yeah.
He used to just call me to one corner and say, "Did you see that guy?" Yeah. I saw his result.
Like an inspiration.
But I didn't see it as an inspiration.
My point exactly. That's what I was about to go to. I like that you're saying that, Kome.
My dad was into words.
You know, it can be both ways. Like where you're telling your child, you're trying to inspire them, but instead, they now feel shut off. Like they feel like you're shutting them up. You're shutting them down. Yeah. And they are not inspired to even do more because they feel like you're always comparing them. So they'll see that person that you're comparing them with as a higher person, superior to them. Yeah.
Because, and then why me, myself, was feeling bad because now I had another friend and neighbor who was maybe having the same kind of result like I was at the time. And he was encouraged that my dad just said, he believes that I can do this thing. And then my own dad is saying, are you sure you can do this thing? See what that guy's dad said.
Choice of words. Thank you, Fefe.
That's it. And how you present it.
And how you present it. That's why you say, it's a modern day parenting. Because I don't take that away, to be honest. Yes, the olden days, I mean, old school parenting is still good. But I feel like modern days is a bit more intentional. We are telling your child, oh, you can do this. More than saying, are you not seeing that other person the way that person is doing it?
Now.
But it's more like saying,
do you believe some children need what the African
that's what I'm
saying.
There's
iron hand.
No. There's a mixture of both. I totally agree.
There
has to be a balance. I'm just saying the words that we speak out of our mouth, I think is really, really important. Of course, some kids.
But it still goes
they need some plugging.
to the cultural foundation of parents.
Right.
I'd never been compared to anyone in my entire life, and I'm happy that that's never happened.
Lucky
yes,
you, bro.
I know. I'd never been. No, go and be like this
God,
person, or go and be like that person, and that's what I do with my own children. I don't try to compare them. But you saying this, it's touched me because it made me realize that as much as I grew up with other people who were using other people as benchmarks, and now I believe that there should be a mentor. Now I believe that there should be a what's the word you use? There's something you used earlier when you're talking about your boss.
Mentor.
Is it just
Mentor.
mentor? You use some other word. I can't remember. Anyways, now I believe
There's a
that
need for
there
that.
should be a yardstick for things,
Right,
for
right.
success. Okay, I want to
Right.
be like this person. How did
Right.
this person get here? What are the steps this person took?
And then
Yeah.
to him, my dad is a science background.
Yeah.
And you know, then in those days, it felt science student. If you're
Yeah.
social
Who even
science,
bettered that
if
thing?
you're
But go
social
ahead.
science, you're like, it's not hard now.
Yes.
Me
Just
that,
add.
so
And
he
it's
was speaking
so-
from a science background, engineering.
Yeah, I was a
informatics.
science student till I got to
You
SS3.
get-
So wait,
and
I
then
will-
now
let's,
it's
let's,
funny.
just let's just digress a bit. Who said that sciences was a better class? Because you know that in SS1, if you want to go into school, they'll say the
Art,
most
science,
intelligent
commercial.
And-
will
No,
say you should go
because
to
it was
science
just-
class, and then us,
Yeah.
the us,
You know now,
will now go
is it not
to
now
arts and
that,
com-
is it not now that what you're doing
May I have science
now
foundation,
is
though?
a profession? I want to ask you a question.
I get you,
Let's
yeah.
say
No,
this
but you're
was
right,
done
you're right,
20
you're right.
years ago.
Yeah.
Do you know what you would be called?
I like what you're saying.
You know
You know what you're
Yeah.
saying. This
The times are different.
Growing up, honestly,
This was not a profession.
growing up, one thing that my parents noticed about me was I could talk, or I like to talk. But the only thing I could link it to was being a lawyer.
That's
Yeah,
what
didn't
they
even
true,
did.
true.
I didn't
True.
even think that there was anything God. It's not like you did not see, but newscasting, there was not.
Yeah.
It was not even running through my head.
Yeah,
All
and-
I was
and-
thinking of was being a lawyer.
Yeah.
Funny thing is, I was in SS1. My SS1 first term. Because I was so confused. I wanted to be a lawyer, but I loved my uncle so much, and he was a banker, and I liked how corporate and everything would look. And I was good with numbers. Oh, okay. So I wanted to become an accountant. And I got confused. So SS1 first term, really, for real story, SS1 first term, I was doing both because I was like, you know what? I'll have a second degree in law. I'll do accounting, but I'll still have a second degree. But I then know for you to have WAEC, you have to have like literature and some things in
Yeah,
your WAEC. So I was like,
exactly.
okay, you know what? I'll do literature, I'll do account, I'll do commerce, I'll do government and all that. I did that first term.
Yeah.
Second term, I moved from my mom to my dad's, and my dad was taking me to the bookshop to go and buy stuff. I know law book now, they'll have a lot. He said, Auntie, decide what you want to choose. Are you going to do finance or you're going to do law? Because
Yeah.
plus all these plenty books someone has to buy, and then we're still buying this. And that was when I chose to be an accountant. But the truth is, I feel like this calling was still going to be there at some point.
Yeah.
It probably would have not been law, but I had to be in the media space. I didn't know.
Yeah.
So, but then I chose the finance and the quality. So I'm just saying that because of what you said. At that time, I didn't even know that this was going to be a profession. This was going to be something that I would want to do, or like, do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you-
like
so you-
I was a science student. I
didn't
I
know what
wanted to be a
do.
pilot.
Right?
I wanted to be a pilot my entire
I
life.
didn't know what I wanted to
I was
do.
so sure I was going to fly a plane.
Oh, wow.
So
Wow.
everything that, because I wanted something doesn't mean that it's right for me. But at the back of my mind, that's what I wanted. I wanted to be a pilot because
Right.
it seemed like a fanciful job.
Right.
I get to travel around the world, meet pretty women, and all of that. So at the back of my mind, I'm like, oh, this is a great job.
This is a great
Then
job, yeah.
my GSS, my SS1, I was in sciences. My SS2, I was in sciences. But I never really felt at home there because it felt like I was doing it for the wrong
Yeah,
reasons.
Wrong reasons, right.
And I felt like being a pilot means that there's money. Yes, and that's why I can tie back to what we're discussing today. I thought being a pilot means that you'll be paid a lot of money,
Right.
and then you'll be doing exceptionally well.
Right.
But I was fortunate that I had a mom who looked into how I was developing in school, and it was easy for us to have that conversation. And I switched to the arts in SS3
Right.
Wow.
because
When you were
yeah,
far gone.
because it was a moment of realization, like, oh, you know what, the fact that you think this is it because
Doesn't
of
actually-
that doesn't mean it has to be this way.
Right.
There are other options, there are other things you can look at, and I really deeply regret that I didn't have a mentor that could sit me through certain aspects of my life. I did get one eventually, Pastor Lum Diawe, eventually, but I was already much older, so we would debate and argue about things.
Right.
But I needed all of those things when I was much younger, but I'd already fully formed a mindset and my own person. So you see, in the little aspects of life, we all have that pot just put away, whereby
Right.
you're driven by money. when I was much younger, just like all of you said, we used to think about jobs based on how much you make in the future.
Really?
Not Yes.
Growing
Yes,
up, I
that's
didn't, I
why.
didn't
That's
know
why
what I
now,
wanted to do.
So how did you
some of my
decide?
friends
How did I
that will
decide?
play football
Let
then,
him finish.
we used to look at them as stouts. Like, why are you playing
Why are you
football?
playing football on the
You
street?
should be. I'm telling
Without
you,
clothes.
because that was the wrong mindset. We're
Right.
not opportune to be that much educated or experienced.
right.
Like we saw it as, oh, this one you can't do it. Eventually, I joined them. I started playing the football too. But when we're much younger, it felt like the wrong thing
Right.
because it felt, oh, if you're playing football on the streets, you are a no gooder. You don't.
NFA.
You understand?
Interesting,
Yeah, no future
interesting.
vision.
And that is because we were raised to believe that you have to be a banker, you have to be
Yeah,
a lawyer,
yeah,
you have to be
yeah,
an accountant,
doctor,
you
a
have to be
lawyer,
a
an
doctor,
engineer.
you have to be a
Yes.
pilot. Do you understand?
Profession.
Maybe it's
And-
just you guys.
But
oh.
yeah.
Me, I did not know what I wanted to
See,
do.
I think me too, because for me, I think my own story is different because and it's very touching. Because I would say my parents left early. When I mean left early, not like they died, but so my dad left, got a job out of the country. My mom had to leave, right? So unlike my siblings, I think I used to just still tell them to now that you guys really enjoyed these guys more
Then you.
than me. Do you get what
Yeah.
I'm
The
saying?
last born.
Yeah, so it was just me and watching siblings do what they do.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But you just go to school, you know that school fees has been paid. But and then it was a little bit touchy for me because while my friends were rushing out to meet their parents to pick them up,
Right.
it was my sister or a strange guy who is a driver that would just come out and nobody's buying ice cream for me because I mean while you're watching other people. So in that you have your needs met.
Yeah.
But growing up then it was meeting your basic needs was a normal
It's a
thing.
normal
Yeah.
thing. Right.
Right? But the hugs were extraordinary then. So
I get it.
your
Those words of
dad
encouragement. you
your
get here
dad
and
a
there.
dad having to rub your head was a big deal.
Just a smile, Seth.
Do you
You
get what I'm
get-
saying? So it was just for me. It was just let's see how it goes. First of all, you're all in school. I remember my uni days. Yeah, my uni days was crazy because when school is over, right? So I schooled in a town called Ekpoma, right? Then the family house was in Benin, right? Now at the time everybody moved away from Benin to Lagos or abroad, right? Now the break was just maybe 3 days or 4 days, but you still see your friends packing their stuff,
Yeah.
going home. I will have to pretend like I'm
Wow.
going to a place called home.
Oh
Meanwhile,
my.
I'm going back to the family house.
That there's nobody.
That there's nobody
Oh my
again.
goodness.
Wow.
So it's still me, but I just have to pretend like
Oh my.
there are people in that. Meanwhile, there's
You
nobody
deserve a
there.
hug. Yes. Yes.
Somehow.
Fefe, please, you're closest to him. Give the brother a hug.
No, but that's really interesting. You know,
Yeah,
it's-
so
oh my
it
goodness.
was so you
I
just
can't relate, but I can feel your
yeah,
pain.
you go back. See, I lived in a house, yeah, that if I sit here, I can't say the number of rooms exactly.
Yeah.
You get with a boys' quarter and one other whatever somewhere, right? So I could be sleeping in one room, and one spoon falls.
And you
And you
hear it.
hear-
I
Yeah.
have to- because you have to jump out, go and. Meanwhile, there's nobody
Damn.
in a big house. So I think everybody with their own kind of experience. So yeah, you want to say
Well,
something?
yeah, well, I don't want to deviate from the conversation, but I would have loved to understand what your upbringing was like, what that did to you as a person.
So now
did that
yeah,
push you, or like, if you're going to want to share, of course, but did
yes,
that
of course.
push you
Why
or
would I share?
pull you down? Like, what did that
So I think
quote
it was,
unquote loneliness
yes.
do to you?
So I think it was a mixture of both because, and then the pulling down part would be not like anything was really pulling me down. It was just me watching
Other
too much of
people.
other people.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think I spent so much time watching other
Other people. Yeah.
do well, quote and unquote. Meanwhile, they're not like you're doing, but to me, they're doing
So
well because
is it possible that I'm just thinking that you
Yeah.
probably had a relationship and the person showed you somewhat bit of love? It wasn't like love, but because that was what you would have loved to have, and it meant a lot to you. And even
Yeah.
though it wasn't real, was there a time where you misinterpreted that affection, and then Does that make sense?
No, say that
Because of
again.
what you're saying, like,
Yeah.
where you're watching a lot of people watching how parents will take care of their kids and everything, and you being in your adult age, and someone tries to be nice,
To
you know,
you,
or
yeah.
tries to show you that bit of
Yeah, yeah.
affection.
Kindness.
Yeah.
Or that's the word,
Yeah.
kindness.
Yeah.
Did you misinterpret that and
For
feel like this
true
person
love,
loved you
romantic.
when the person was just being kind?
It was it's not that easy. So it's like I'll give you a quick example. If my brother calls now, so I have 2 brothers. I have 3 sisters. Now it took me time for me to understand why, or even my mom, why they would call, and the end of the call they say, "Love you, bro." I didn't used to respond back.
Right.
Like why? It took me time. Even when my mom used to say, "Love you, son," I didn't used to respond back. Now to my other siblings, it was easy
Was
for them because they
normal.
were she
Yeah.
did that with them physically.
Right.
So now doing that with me after I had grown up was hard for me.
Yeah.
So I now took out, and then I remember receiving a call somewhere. It was on speaker. I don't know. I put it on speaker. My mom said that time I didn't respond. I just did as if I did not hear.
It's the boy in
Just-
you.
just,
we don't know how to say
But
it.
meanwhile, somebody the person just say, you didn't even respond. I was like, don't worry, it's not your business. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, so you misinterpret
A bit of kindness.
a bit of kindness. I remember one day my friend's mom, she was working in NT at the time, then she was just driving past my house. Of course, that time no phone. And I just heard somebody knocking the gate. I was like, I looked, there's one part in my house that you can just see
Who is, yeah.
who that person was, and I just saw, this woman is here. You know when those days women that cut their hair, they're always rugged. She was like, "Calm down. How will you just be in this house alone? Pack your things. You're going to our house." I'm like, God. But again, I was already getting used to. So I'm now moving to
Someone
one
else's,
house,
yeah.
like just so this place that I cannot even do what I like.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a mixture. But that
Oh my
helped
goodness,
me
yeah.
somehow because
Right.
you're now there to take a decision. So do you know when youth service, when people were saying, I beg, let them push me to Abuja, or let them push me to Lagos. Or, I mean, they were calling states. And the reason why they were calling those states because
You probably have people
they
there.
have people there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, me, just anywhere. Let me just leave Benin. And then I saw Kano. I was like, let me just go there.
Oh, you said in Kano.
Yes, I
Interesting.
did.
Oh my God, guys, there's just so much to learn out there, and we just have to stay intentional on becoming the best version of ourselves. So, I know you're enjoying the conversation and all that is being said. I hope that you are checking in and seeing where it hit, whatever resonates with you, and how you can do better. It's a new year, and I expect you to want to be better or be the best version of yourself than you were yesterday. But before we go ahead, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. Now, let's go back into the conversation.
Yeah.
I feel like it's coming a little bit intimate, but yeah,
Very
I think
emotional.
I wanted to
emotional.
add something. So we're
Yeah.
talking about poverty
Mindset.
mindset.
Yeah.
So this is not to shade anybody, like I always say. So the video I said I wanted to show you, it was, I know we're talking about it, poverty mindset amongst the young people, girls being entitled,
yeah.
in relationship now, boyfriend,
And
girlfriend,
even friendships.
And even friendship, yeah.
and all of that. Because, and you also talked about mentors. See, I'm sorry to say this, the world is not the way we used to know it to be.
At all.
Right.
It don't spoil. And I always say this. I always say this. I feel like you are the best mentor your child can have.
Right.
The best mentor that your child can have. If you know that you are not ready to act right and model right for your child, don't give birth.
So I'll cut you there. How do I know I'm not acting right? Because you cannot give what you do not have. So if I grew up with that mindset, and that mindset always worked for me.
So you need to heal. That's what I'm saying.
What if I don't even know I'm damaged?
Okay. I understand where she's coming from.
So for instance now, even a madman wants the best for his child.
Oh, definitely.
Do you understand
Definitely.
me? You know very well that this is the kind of child you want to have.
Yeah.
This is if you are intentional about what you bring into this world and the legacy that you want to leave.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a conversation that you will take out time to try to. We have therapists, we have people, we know the truth.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Fefe, I'm trying to play the devil's advocate, but
Yes,
also
please, go on.
trying to
Find the
highlight
balance.
what
Yeah.
we have out there.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen some videos of maybe a lady and a smart girl, and then the way she probably do frontal for the child, or she fixed lashes, or
Yes.
she, you know, this child is small. Normally, you're not supposed to do this kind of thing.
See.
Wait, no, but what? No, but what I'm trying to say is that's what she knows. You're saying, oh,
Yeah.
do better, but to her that is better.
But you know, I want to say this, and
Yes.
I get where you're coming from. I wasn't raised in the church.
Okay.
I like to first establish that. So I wasn't someone that was going to church every Sunday. My entire life, if I count the number of times I've been to a church for a service, it's not up to 2 years. However,
Wow.
yes. However, most of the things I learned through the Bible, I learned by myself. Most of the things I know, being kind, being courteous, being
Human.
accountable, all of those things I learned from other people.
Other people. Right.
And I always knew what was wrong from what was right.
Amazing.
I always knew it. So it's not like maybe I'll do something, I'll go like, oh, I didn't know it was bad.
Right.
And I feel that because we don't try to be accountable, we all just
Yeah.
sometimes we just push
We
things
just
away
push
like,
things-
yeah.
and then we don't take blames.
If
I agree.
I tell people that, especially in this country, because yes, we're talking about poverty mindset. We celebrate a lot of rich people, politicians, and all of that. And for me, as much as I've seen very smart men and women out there, what I want to know is not your success. I want to know your story.
Guess what? Let me just even cut you. I remember hearing a story of someone or some people in Benin. Is it Benin? Where the ladies would say to the girls, "No, be your mates. They do it and they do. Carry yourself. They go eat facts, right?" So
Yeah.
you're talking about politicians. Sometimes some parents are not interested in how you made that
Yeah,
money.
exactly.
Just make the money.
Exactly.
And it's sad.
Yeah.
But
And that's where the problem
reality out there.
is.
And now
No,
use that to
yes,
compare
yeah,
you
yeah.
with
Yeah.
other people that
Yeah.
actually did the hard work, and they're saying,
So for you that
Or
is
the
sane,
bad work.
as in, so
yeah,
there
Or
are-
the
there are
bad
a lot
work.
of
bad work.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So in as much as we have good, we have bad. So for you that is sane, that's why I said I was speaking for myself.
Yeah.
For you that is sane,
Yeah.
you know what is right.
Yeah.
You care about legacy. You care
Yeah.
about what you bring to this world. Your contribution to this world. You will not act like that. Even though
Of
when you
course.
train a child, they'll go about doing whatever
Yeah.
they want.
Which is
last
why
night.
I'm very, very surprised that women are acting entitled today. Yes.
But okay, talking about okay, since you want to go there, let's just go there. You know how I was having this conversation with the guy, and I was saying that there are girls, of course, that feel entitled. Or if I'm dating you, guy, you should take care of my bills. Like, excuse you.
I am not your daddy.
Why not? You know? And I was saying, and then we're speaking, I was saying to him that there are guys that will actually run away from the girls that are independent.
Yeah.
And go for the ones that feel like, you know what,
Yeah.
you
God
are
bless
supposed
you.
to be with, you're supposed to handle my bills.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, yes, now. I want to be able to take care of her
Yeah.
bills now. You know what I mean?
Why are you
No,
not
the-
complaining?
So, do you understand? So, no, some guys complain, but some don't. Some actually want those girls.
So, at this point, I would like to bring in my team. Of me, myself, and I.
Okay.
See, you're spot on. There are many men who feel traditionally men should do what is right, take care of a woman.
Okay.
But the roles of tradition has changed in today's world.
Okay.
Some 20, 30 years ago, we won't have a Rosemary who was well educated, well seasoned in a profession, and we won't have a Feifei who women's roles were different. So a woman probably would, the kitchen, have children, whatever, depending on whatever society you are in. But now the roles are different. Women are smarter, wiser, more educated, more experienced. They are out there. And yes, as much as there are a lot of traditional men who will say, I'll take care of your bill or whatever, I feel a lot of young women who, due to maybe lack of experience, or most importantly, poverty mindset, have built themselves in a way whereby they profile men. And while they're profiling men, it is, Kume has one car worth 20
You
million.
get to that point where you're profiling.
I'm just saying,
that's
it's a
tough.
poverty mentality. And it's not, I'm sorry, it's not every woman, but majority of Nigerian women are like that currently. Why so? I don't understand, because I have seen women who do exceptionally
You don't
well.
understand, or the men instigated that action.
The
you
men
know why?
instigated it,
Do you
but
know why? So to an extent,
The mic.
sorry, the Pastor, don't let me leave my so I think the parents. No, she's been
Hammering on the
parents.
yeah.
So the parents have not played their role to give. You see, when I even give my story, yeah, what I would say I lacked was the emotional part.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I never had an issue with school fees,
Mm-hmm.
what to eat, moving around comfortably. But I was still feeling I was lacking something,
Yeah.
which is also basic. So I feel most of those ladies that have that mindset of needs or whatever, is that they didn't grow up with even the basics. They didn't have the basics.
Do you really think
It's
they don't
just-
have the basics?
They didn't have the basics. Let me even let's just define basics here.
Okay.
All right.
Basics. Yeah, the basics could be. I remember even as I talk about my dad, my sister, who was the first person to go to the university in our house, my mom went for shopping first, from what I hear, right? First, you're going to university. The mom goes for shopping to buy clothes. And my dad, says, wear some of these clothes, let me see now. That's a caring dad, I want to even know, right?
Yeah.
And she wears one of them into his room. And she says, which kind of clothes? This is university, oh. Because my mom went to buy long dresses, long ones.
Cover it all up.
And my dad said, it's university. My dad now, because he's a lecturer. And I said,
You want them to be
university,
laughing at her.
He not defined university again. Autonomy.
Yeah.
Right? Where you're now free. They're supposed to be wearing short dresses.
Interesting.
My dad went to reshop for her with jeans and short dresses.
Yeah.
Right? Because when he was lecturing here, he was lecturing abroad as well. So he was kind of exposed.
Yeah.
So I think now that's a basic. That kind of lady, like my sister, right? I doubt if she will grow up having to depend or have a mindset of a man
Taking care. Yeah.
Now, but that does not mean that she might not also have the mindset of a man is supposed to do the basic things. For example, the basic to her will now be, if I have a boyfriend, the boyfriend should come and pick me from my house.
Yeah.
Respect.
At least open the door for me and go to a restaurant and pay for
because
that bill.
you're taking me out.
You're
Yeah.
taking me out.
Yeah.
But she will not ask that guy to now buy me a phone.
Or
no,
weak.
so-
Because
Or
the
weak.
father at home will do the basic things as a guy.
So
Yeah.
to be honest, I like what he was saying. But just to highlight what that friend said to me, he said, Rosemary,
yeah.
you see those girls, they will get wives or they'll get husbands faster than you people that are forming independent.
Okay, so for someone who was
You don't understand.
Wait.
No.
Wait,
You don't, it's not about everybody will get. No, this is not be
Should I
scripture.
break it?
Not be scripture. Go ahead.
Don't be scriptural. Like, they'll get their own.
they will get
telling-
and you know why?
Even
I
people
like
went there
that.
for
They'll get
streets.
their own.
Yeah.
People went there for
Yeah, but you wanted to
streets.
say something, Fefe.
Go get their own.
I'm surrounded by men.
Yeah.
And when I say I'm surrounded by men, most of my friends are men.
Yeah.
And I've seen it. It's like I don't want to say it's like a track record or trajectory, whatever. But they like when a woman is feminine,
Soft.
she's soft.
Yeah.
She's a lady.
She's a lady.
Mm-hmm.
And I just
But-
wanted to take you back to what you first said. The
Yeah.
first statement you made. I mean, this is just to digress a little. Where you said, "I'm sorry, I have many male friends. I'm surrounded by men." And I just remember those things that goes around that they will say, "He's a 10, but she has many male friends." Just all the guys
True.
go all
Chukwume,
around.
thank you for raising that. Thank you.
I tried having female friends. Genuinely, I love female friendships, but it's stressful.
Stressful.
And I understand why it's stressful because
just
I
saying
think
that.
women generally, I'm sorry, you people brought this pandemic into this country, the poverty mindset. And I understand why.
I think men pushed that.
Men pushed it.
I don't think
men
they brought
pushed
it. I think men
pushed
pushed
it,
it, yeah.
but women amplified it.
Okay.
Also,
I can agree.
now, I like the fact that we're talking about traditional men who won't take care of their women.
Yeah.
I feel to a large extent I'm a traditional man.
Right.
Because I do what I need to do as a man.
Yeah.
But there's one thing that most women in today's society, not most women, okay, let me not speak for a lot of women, but some women fail to understand is that, you see, value is so important to me that if I have to do things for you, first things first, I need to understand how valuable you are to me.
Right.
You understand?
What do you bring to the table?
It's not.
I'm
It's
the
not. No. No. It's
table,
not.
bro.
It's not what you bring to the table
That might
anymore
be,
for
yeah.
most men.
Yeah.
Most men, and that's why I'm still going to talk about men too, because we are the culprits.
Right.
We created that thing, and that's
Exactly.
why there's a lot of hookup culture in Nigeria today, because a lot of men
It's
now.
always been there.
No, like it's a normal thing. And before,
Right.
a lot of men wouldn't come out and talk about it because they felt it was shameful for them to say they are going on a site to girls they're going to sleep with. But in a society whereby you're talking to women and then you're profiled, and your profiling is based on what you can give to them. In terms of, okay, I want to ask Rosemary out. But you as a man, the first thing you start thinking is,
Okay.
Rosemary is earning like so many zeros behind though. How do I get her
But
to
that's a
see?
different kind of man, oh. But there's
Yes.
that man that is looking for Rosemary that has money.
I know.
Yes.
So that's what,
That
and I
has
said it's
money,
both ways.
because I don't want to
Crazy.
But
suffer.
I'm trying to talk about the women who have a poverty mindset.
Oh my god, guys. It was such an enlightening conversation. My goodness. Imagine getting to understand that the reason why you did what you did is from a poverty mindset. And you never knew. Well, that's what we're all about here. You cannot give what you do not have. So please, always be intentional about what you have inside of you and deal with the mindset and deal with the thing that is limiting you, that is stopping you from achieving your goals. Be more intentional about the quality than the quantity. So thank you so much for everyone that has listened, and thanks so much for being here with us and for being a part of this conversation. Before you go, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. You can find us on all our social media platforms at Wisdom Connect _ on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X. Of course, on LinkedIn as well. Check our website out at www.wisdomconnect.com.ng for more articles and more conversations, and to know how to chime into the conversation. God bless you, and see you soon.